All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Pirate 101 campaign. And we will be told what happened last time by Quill/Max.
All right. So at the start of last session, we talked to the prisoner a little bit. Her name is Jasmine, and she was incarcerated by the Armada because she made a cannonball that was able to basically mind control low-level clockworks. She decided that she would go with Catbeard back to her home, wherever that is. And then there was a party where everyone gave Max their pickled herrings, and he ate as many as he could. Reading. Okay. There was a piece of paper that we pilfered from the outpost that was written by Lord Lorenzo, and its main use was to translate Valencian to Saurian and vice versa. It discussed some sort of last bastion, which ended up being Xibalba, aka El Dorado, aka I'm sure there were other names. And we learned from the tablet that had a black windstone in it that a cataclysm has begun, and that we need to collect the 7 black windstones. Then we went back to Captain Avery to turn the slab over to him, to return the slab. And Morgan Lafitte was there. We talked with them for a while. And decided to head off to Celestia after getting Devin his plate armor. But before we could really go much of anywhere, we ran right into a whole bunch of rats. And now we're gonna kill them.
All right.
All right.
An easy inspiration. The reroll is yours. And so is the combat. I'm only seeing the rats in the initiative order right now.
Yeah, I
though.
think everyone still needs to roll initiative, and
Oh,
I think
boy.
Wilson needs to jump into.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah. Ugh.
By the way, I can't remember. Have we taken a long rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You long
Definitely
rested
had.
before heading out.
Cool. So I have my action surge.
Yes, if you want to completely obliterate one of these guys, you can. Oh yes, and while we're still setting up, what languages did you pick up?
Ah, yes. So I guess from reading Lord Lorenzo's letters last time, I got the linguist feat for free, and I picked up Saurian, Marleybonian, and Avalonian.
All right.
Ooh, very nice.
Now Dalen and Max can't talk to each other, and you guys... Oh wait, no, they both know thieves can't. Never mind.
Yep.
That was
I
how they were
literally-
talking last time.
I forgot! Cut me some slack, I'm old.
Oh my God.
I literally thought about that. I was like, "Ooh, I can listen." Wait, no, I can't. It was thieves can't.
The viewer would like to see
Oh
the
yes,
map.
this is indeed important. Just fix that real quick. Here we go. All right, everyone's rolled in. We're all good, and the rat was kind of rolled crazy, so we're starting off with them. And first things first, the boat you can see to your left side starts moving its way in as it looks like they're actually aiming to ram right into your side. Did I actually lock it? Yes, I did.
Cool.
Yeah, remember it is on the map layer, so that way the stuff overlays with it.
The issue you also
Easier to get
can't
it in
really...
the tiles you want it to be in now.
They're just gonna come right up. Basically, that'll be his action. Meanwhile, on the other side, you see the guy on the helm moves off and makes his way down to load up the cannon. As they have you between two weird spots, and that will be what they're going to do for now, as they get into position. Devin.
Okay. Quick measuring time. Measuring time is good. Alright. We're gonna go 5, 10, and I am going to go ahead and let out a roar and use Dragon Fear on all 3 of the guys on this ship.
Okay.
The save DC is going to be 14.
Okay. Starting from top to bottom. Well, that guy just failed. So let's mark him. Next, this guy. He succeeds. He's got a pretty good modifier there. And this guy. Yeah, he fails. Okay.
Yeah, this guy got the nasty experience of having me scream right into his face.
Indeed, he did.
And so it turns out that that doesn't actually use my action, it just replaces one of my attacks.
Alright.
So now that I have extra attack, I am going to proceed to whack him with my quarterstaff.
Go ahead.
I think that's the right modifier, yeah. Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me.
Ooh.
Well, that's probably gonna miss.
Yep, that is indeed going to miss.
Well, bonus action, I can still attack with Polearm Master, so we're gonna try this again. And still get garbage.
Yep. Unfortunately, that also misses, as despite being afraid of you at the moment, it probably just means he's kicking into overdrive as he just parries both blows. And,
Alright. I'm going to move slightly to obstruct his way a little more and give other people more access and fast turn.
Okay. Max.
Alright. I believe for the first time Max is going to be two-handing something. He is bonus action activating the Sunblade. And he's going to attack this guy.
Okay.
Lightsaber noise.
He's still getting used to it. I knew that was going to happen.
Another blow parried and...
It's one of these sessions, huh?
It's just wait for Matt's turn. He's just sucking the luck out of
I
us.
can't
He's gonna
believe
be
the luck from the Zelda
I'm not
campaign.
gonna roll anything on my turn.
He's like,
Alright.
I don't want to deal with these dice.
Okay, so this guy's afraid, so he's going to disengage and move back to... Look at the outlines. He's going to move back here, and he's actually going to try using the cannon.
Point blank.
Yep, he's just going to try to blast a hole
You
right into the boat.
He will have disadvantage because he's afraid.
He
Yeah,
will.
just a ranged attack.
Yep.
I don't know how this would miss, but It's the rules.
It's
You might aim it too
Probably-
high.
He's so afraid he misses the ignition. That's all.
It's just like
he can
hands are
misfire it.
shaking.
Drops the cannonball.
Quick. Yep, okay. I have to roll that again, however. That is worse, so... Using that. That turns into a... Wow, it's still high. He gets a 16. What is the boat's AC?
17.
So he somehow misses.
Ray just like bounces off. It was just never.
However, the other guy on the other side is going to take the opportunity to shoot his cannon. That's cocked. And that's the same roll. That's a 16 also. It goes wide.
That was a good paint job we got.
Alright.
Repeat the save.
Yep, I do repeat the save, which is now Charisma. That's a nat 20.
There was the
Holy
nat
moly.
20.
Well, unless he's got a huge minus.
No.
Yeah.
He's
Actually, I
now-
don't think any minus would be enough.
He's now more afraid of the cannon than you.
I think he realized after he nearly shot that point blank that he's like, oh, I made a terrible mistake. And that'll be with their turns. So, Ferris.
Alright, I think now is kind of like a better time than any to use this, so I'm just gonna fireball that.
Alright.
Just to capture, like, I don't think we need to measure. I'm just gonna get everyone in the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Dex saves. That's a nat 1.
Nope.
Oh, 30, let's see. And that is a 14.
That just fails.
That is a 17.
Yeah, just that one passes then.
Okay.
Which one was that? This dude?
Yeah, this guy at the helm.
Alright. Alright, yeah, so just it'll do 30 and 15 to the one that passed.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Not to mention,
and,
you are hitting the boat with this, so... At least I would assume, because it's a fireball.
Yeah, I'd probably like get that inside there too.
Unfortunately, I don't have a good way of marking these, so I'll just... That is 30.
Alright, and then I'll go kind of sneak down. Is there any cover here?
You could
So-
get like slightly below decks.
Yeah.
and just hang out on the
Yeah.
stairs.
I was assuming these would also be your masts, so...
Yeah, mass
That
would
would be
probably be like
5,
half
10.
cover.
I have 20 feet of movement once I hit there.
Yeah, then you definitely can get behind cover.
Yeah, so I don't get shot at.
Real quick. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. While I'm doing this, Dalen.
Alright, for my action, I will cast Illusory Obstruction and I will put a 15-foot wall over on this ship.
Okay.
Yeah. In front of the cannon, so it can't shoot. Oh
Fun.
wait, it's going into the middle of the squares. Give me a second, because I had to do that last time.
Trying to move it
Like this,
Okay.
kind of.
Just right in front of all three of them.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then I don't think I have a good bonus action, so I will also move a little bit back over here. That's my turn.
Okay. Quinn.
Okay. Is the boat actively... excuse me. Is the boat actively on fire?
No, it was more like it took fire damage.
Okay.
Or does fireball light things on fire? I don't think it does.
Yes.
It's just, yeah, anything flammable, I think, is in the description.
That isn't being worn or carried.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess there's a deck fire then.
Everybody now needs to get space whales to live inside their boat so they're technically worn and don't catch fire.
Okay, so I assume if I go on it, I'll take damage.
I'll just mark a spot here. Like, it was centered somewhere around here. Just figured like there's this fire that started burning.
Okay. Okay, I am going to, rather than using my shield, I'm going to pull out the killer halberd.
Hey.
And I'm gonna stand right next to this fire and stabby the rat caster.
Gotcha.
So that's going to be that's right, I don't have a, this isn't a +1 weapon, right?
I think it was.
Are you using
I-
the
It
I
was
don't-
on a master weapon.
You
It was a
crit
master
with it.
weapon.
It's a crit because it
Oh
crits
my
on
gosh.
16 up.
I don't think it's anything. Okay.
If a 23 still hits him, he will take it.
I mean, yeah. The main thing is like, what's your minimum damage? Because
My minimum damage is 14.
okay, it does matter.
Okay.
Don't low roll.
Let's see what the
So,
D10
10
does.
plus
Roll low.
13. 20 damage.
All right, that does it. As you take a single swipe at him, and he just sort of dissipates into a puff of smoke, and there's now ash on the floor.
Well, that was effective. Time to get the other rat. Less than ideal.
That does not hit.
Alright, then that's going to be that then.
All right.
Oh wait,
Nope.
yeah, no, never mind. That'll do it.
Well, he's afraid, and one of his fellows just just died in front of him. So you know what he's gonna do? There's a man on the ship, but he's gonna take the opportunity to start pulling away. Which, how on earth is this gonna work? He's turning, I think it's like half, so... Me, as I try to do measurements, because the measurement system doesn't work great with,
If he's
selected.
rotating the ship, it's all of his movement for 90 degrees.
I mean, it's not so much as it's, like, rotating the ship as he's going this way.
Mhm.
Those weird cases where it's like he's doing two directions at once, so...
Diagonals.
Oh, I love selecting these things. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about the diagonals. We don't count them for player movement either.
Yeah, I know, but... Pulling away a little bit. Meanwhile, on the other side, this brings up a new problem now, as these guys are, Does that wall... I mean, I would assume it stays affixed. Even so, I saw it's got, like, actual AC and stuff. So he is going to move this way, and he's going to pull the the cannon with him. He gets about here. That's about all he can really do, though. But he does have to reload the cannon, so he's got to wait on his friend to try to take the shot. Yeah, I know it. Okay. I didn't know what the other guy's going to do. All right. That is kind of all they can really do right now, though. As we get back to Devin.
Okay.
Here.
Oh, right.
All
Thank
right.
you. Fear. That is important. I don't think that's going to be enough. Let's see.
DC is 14.
He's only get that +1, so that is not enough.
Excellent. Let's see. Yeah, I think. Gosh, this is such a weird situation. So I can't go through that wall either.
Lose when you roll, but it is actually solid.
I
Yes,
guess
it's
what
solid and has a 1 foot of thickness.
I see. I guess what I'll do then, I will go ahead and use my bonus action for Gem Flight.
Okay.
And 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to fly over to this other ship and start beating up the captain.
I just realized I think I need to shift over everything on the ship by like 1. But
And I rolled not only in the wrong channel, and my punishment was to roll a nat 1.
gosh.
Let's try that
Guys.
again.
Who brought Zelda luck?
Actually, they got pretty lucky last time.
Okay, that's better. 23.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, hold on. I do quite a bit of damage in this situation. Yeah.
Until I figure out where this goes.
Well, bad roll, but that's 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright. Still hits him, so. 26.
And that will be my turn.
Alright. Max.
All right. Bonus action, steady aim, and I'm gonna light crossbow this guy.
Alrighty.
That's like 15.
15. You said it was on this guy? That,
Yeah, chunky.
Okay. Yep, that is enough to hit.
Oh
Oh,
yay!
wow.
$19 piercing damage.
Whew. Nice. You hit him, like, right in the shoulder, and he just flinches backwards. To, what is that? 45. Okay.
That's Max's turn.
Alright. Back to these guys' turn. So. This guy first off. Can't quite do the anything. So instead, he's going to move over here. And he's going to take a shot at your ship again. We're all sort of in this weird angle. Where? Did I not roll these guys in? What? Oh no, I lost their initiative.
The caster was like last in initiative.
You didn't killed the
I
master.
I didn't realize. I only just
You didn't do the trick.
no. Well, anyways, let me roll this.
I think it's
Oh,
an
okay.
two.
That is a nat 20.
Uh-oh.
Holy moly.
F.
Do I have the right dice? Where'd they go? You're there.
Is the ship taking damage every turn because of the fire, or is it just kind of a hazard?
Right now it's a hazard.
Okay.
It can get worse. As for damage, you roll pretty high. That is going to be... I think I'm reading that right. Okay, nope, I'm reading that wrong. So that turns into 18 damage to the ship in siege.
Dude, is that accounting for the vulnerability?
That is not accounting for vulnerability, so that is more like what, 32?
36.
Or 36, excuse me.
Someone didn't update our HP.
You should be topped off there too.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, ever since you guys left.
64. No, yeah.
Right. Meanwhile, we have the guy on the other side who is going to swing at you, Quinn.
Okay.
With that. First swing is a 17. I don't think that hits you.
Nope.
However, here comes another stab. As he gets 19.
Also miss.
And then he's going to try to shank you with an even worse roll.
Nope.
Whoever.
I don't even have my shield out. I'm just taking it straight to the breastplate.
Alright. Well. It's not going to go anywhere, so that's their guys, and then we try to figure out where the heck they are for the casters, whatever. I'll put them like at the end of the turn just because it's my bad, but in that case, Ferris.
Alright, so I'm going to run out and go get that other ship, and I'm gonna twin vortex warp by like making a hole under Quinn in Max. And I'm gonna
Wee.
Oh my gosh.
Never gets old.
Knuckle cracking.
Then I'll hide again, because I don't have any bonus action attacks.
Ferris
You
learned to
can-
make his own portal gun.
You can load one of the cannons as a bonus action.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess I'll do that. I was kind of 10 feet in, 15. 20.
Yeah, as long as you're like adjacent to it.
Okay,
with
so
any
I
of
can do it
these.
from here. Yeah, I'll do this one then.
Alright,
I'll load it. And then kind of use the last of my movement to go back.
gotcha. Dylan.
Alright, I will move up here. I will use my action to make Force Ballista. Second. Over here.
Alright.
And I will use my bonus action to shoot this guy with it.
Okay. Go ahead. Yep.
19.
19. Yep, that. Yeah, that hits.
He takes 14 force damage and he's pushed 5 feet.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Actually, can I put Max right here? I didn't know this was a. Or would you rather go there, Max?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that was a spot until I zoomed in on it. It's like a hatch.
I'll just return to my original spot and that's my turn for now.
You said 14 damage and he gets pushed.
I think it would have been hilarious if it was a table. Just spawn the cat on top of the table.
I think I'm gonna go ahead. Since you're pushing him towards the edge of the ship in this case,
Isn't there like a guardrail?
yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna have him at least roll like athletics or acrobatics here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so he is off the side, but he's still holding on. Like he's
Huh?
some. You could easily take advantage of this.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my turn.
All right, Quinn.
Dude, I want if I want the spellcaster dead, but I'm so tempted to run over to the rat guy and just
Well, are you afraid of a spellcaster's opportunity attacks?
that's a fair point. You know what? What the heck? I'll do it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
All right.
I'm gonna. Can I? Let's
Hold
see.
up.
If I do an attack,
Do opportunity
to knock him
attacks
off-
include melee spell attacks? As a brief reminder.
No.
Only if
No,
he has
only-
Warcaster.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
in that case, the best he's got is an unarmed, so it doesn't matter. There's no way he's punching you hard enough to hit armor.
Oh no. Okay. If I do just an attack on him, would that cause if I chop his hand, would that make him fall off or?
He would do maybe another check.
Okay.
He's stomping on his fingers.
Then I will split my attacks. One for this guy, one for this guy.
Okay. You
Have
swing
you
at
done your
first?
bonk yet?
My what?
Your
Shield
bonk.
I can't because I don't have my shield equipped.
Yeah, he's using the
Okay.
halberd right now.
Yeah.
The killer halberd. It does have reach as well. Because it's a halberd.
Yeah, that's true. I can still poke the spellcaster. Man, this is how Devin feels. Alright, 15 for the guy hanging over the edge.
That is enough.
Beautiful. And he's going to take a whooping 4
Oh,
points
no.
of knuckle damage.
Well,
It's
that's
still
all you
enough to get him to
need.
roll again, so let's see.
He lost.
Let's see, that turns into like 13. I think it's a fail. Case like this.
Oh.
So, you hear him scream as he starts falling towards the cloud barrier.
See you, friend. And then for the other rat. That's a dirty 20.
That will hit.
Almost a crit, but not quite. Okay. He's going to take 13 points of damage, and he is marked, so if he attacks...
However, as you hit him with this, he ends up with some fancy footwork, sort of landing with the punch, and pokes right at your armor.
Oh.
So he...
Is this like a repose?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, it's only a 1, though. So he takes 12 damage, and you take 1.
Okay, it cuts through AC, I take it.
Yep.
Cool.
He just gets to do that.
Oh man, I'm really hurting.
You've taken 1 damage.
Okay, and then yeah, he's marked, so if he attacks at max, it's at disadvantage, and then I get to beat him even harder on my next turn, and then I'll bonus action Tunnel Fighter.
Alrighty. That brings us to the caster, of whom is going to... Let's see. He's going to make 1 attack at Max, and he's going to make 1 attack at you. Max.
What kind of attack?
Let's see. The first one is a fiery touch.
Okay.
As I get a pretty bad roll. That is 13.
Doesn't hit max.
Alright. I think this next one's a disadvantage because it's not ranged, so... Or wait.
Yeah, if it's ranged, max is in the way, so...
Like batting at him, so.
Yeah.
The rat is being faced against a cat.
Well, that's not hitting because that's a 2. You want to get a 1. Fell off the table. Oh, but you lost a 15. Alright, and he's going to step away. Though, yeah, he's going to just step up there. Okay, now we come back to the red brute, which, well, he is still afraid of you. And also, let me adjust, like, where these guys actually are in the thing, because everyone got moved. Oh, no.
Snap to the grid, not to the boat.
The boat doesn't have any snapping. There we go. First off, let me just roll some damage here for the boat, since it's on fire. It takes 5. As for this guy, let's see. This could be interesting depending on whether or not he actually gets you. However, since he's at disadvantage, he's going to try grabbing at you twice. Okay, well that first one, 30-20. However, that turns into a 14. So I don't think that's getting you, Devin.
Is he doing grapple checks?
No, this is still like an actual attack.
Okay. Yeah, my AC is 20.
Do it again. And, well, that's already a 19, so that doesn't work. Oh, yep. And the good thing was disadvantage, too. Because that would have gotten you. However, he's just going to try to back away and start making his way for his friend if you want to make an oppie.
I'm gonna, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Sheesh, another nat 1. Oh my gosh. Yeah, unfortunately, he just kind of like books it down the stairs. Runs over to his friend, and he's going to make that check again. That is a 16.
That will succeed.
Okay. Out of it. No longer afraid of you, but still kind of afraid of you. Devin, it is your turn now.
Okay. What I'm wondering if I can do is turn the wheel to basically get the ship steering away from ours, and then break it so that the ship is basically just locked in that position.
Okay, I will let you turn it, but if you
Okay.
want to break it, I will need either an attack roll or an athletics roll from you.
Okay.
Is it-
Well, I have a +1 weapon, so I'm gonna be slightly better with the attack roll.
Doesn't it take a full action to turn a ship?
Oh, wait.
Sorry to play devil's advocate.
I'm not trying to do anything fancy, basically, like, just kick the wheel, because I'm not trying to do anything precise here. I just want it generally away from ours.
Okay, if we're gonna do this in, like, the same thing, I guess you could probably do this as, like, part of an attack roll if you're kicking it, but the AC is gonna be higher as a result. Since you're, like, trying to kick it into a position and then break it in the same move.
I have 2 attacks. Can I just use extra attack to do it twice?
I think in a case like this, I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Then I don't think I'm gonna bother then. In that case, I'm just gonna leave. I will move to here. Let me look up something real quick. I was not planning on doing this. Let me see. Okay, am I within range? No, I am not. Alright, I suppose in that case, from here, I guess I'll just Eldritch Blast the, brute.
Okay.
$19.
That does it.
There you go.
Sure, I can hit with my crappy attack. And a 10.
And that is enough.
Well, a 10 was the attack roll.
Oh. Wait, I thought the 19 was... Oh, right, you're doing this twice.
I hit twice.
Alright.
I got 10 damage anyway.
Well, regardless, he falls over. You hit him.
Alright.
He's gone.
That will be my turn.
Okay. Max.
Alright, steady aim, and I'm gonna slice at this wizard guy thing.
Okay.
20.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Alright, 1d10 plus 4 plus 6. No, it's 5. No, it's 6 because it's a +2 weapon. 18 radiant damage.
Alright. As you sear him with this new little sunblade of yours.
Wom, wom, wom.
Lightsaber sound effects. But as you do so, he's gonna point at you, and you can feel the air around you heating up, and I need you to make a dex save.
Alright. 7. 11.
That is not enough. As you take... There's that, and then you roll one more.
You don't have evasion yet, do you?
No, that's next level.
That is 20 fire damage.
Am I able to uncanny dodge that? I don't think I am because it's a spell.
This is a spell. Very specifically, it's Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
I mean, it is a dex save. I don't know if... Oh, wait, no, that's...
It only works on attack rolls.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a
Yeah,
spell
and this
attack.
is a save. Sorry.
That's fine.
Trade blows. Anything else?
Nope, that's Max's turn.
Okay. It's this guy again. And, yeah.
Actually, wait.
Oh,
Max can use his reaction to move over here.
ah.
Yeah, wise.
Right, because that's the thing you can do since you got hit, isn't it?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Neat. And it doesn't provoke offies?
Nope.
Very neat. Actually, then again, I don't think it would have...
It wouldn't, yeah.
Yeah, it already spent its reaction. Alright, this guy. He is going to... Case, and he's probably just gonna disengage from you, and he's gonna go for the wheel.
He's gonna try to disengage.
He's gonna try.
I'm gonna lucky that.
Okay.
That's not better.
Unfortunate, that's not enough.
Yeah.
As this guy that's already poked through your defenses once is now just slipping through your grasp. And he is going to steer the ship back towards you guys. These fun cases. That actually works out. 'Cause now what he's going to do... Ah, no, he doesn't have enough. That's fine, though. He's got a plan for later. Ferris.
Alright. I think I'm probably just gonna go into cantrip mode and not burn too much in the tank. And I'm just going to walk out and attack this guy's brain with Mind Sliver. So that has to do
Okay.
intelligence saving throw.
And save. Let's go. Oh my gosh, and that
Didn't do
one.
any-
He's a dumb rat.
I mean, have you seen the way they kind of work around Scrimshaw?
So it
Yeah.
does 5 psychic damage, but the next save he makes is minus d4.
You say that, but that was enough.
Oh!
I just stab him through the brain, and he just kind of goes limp on the deck.
Well, I got one.
Nice.
And now the other ship on your left is gradually going into flames with the
Yeah. Start sinking.
2 dead rats. Anything else?
That will be it.
Okay. Dylan.
Alright, for my bonus action, I will shoot this guy with the cannon.
Okay.
$22.
Yep, that's good.
He takes 9 force damage.
Alright.
And then for my main action, I will come out here. I will drop the wall, and I will cast Illusory Soldier. So I'll make a buff Ferris over there.
I think my image is copyrighted.
He's
It's just
doing
like
it
a
again.
big yam on him.
Oh my gosh. Okay. And this thing. This is like after your turn, or.
I have to use a bonus action to tell it what to do usually, so nothing this
Okay.
turn, but hopefully it'll make Max be able to sneak attack and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's my turn.
Alright. Quinn.
Okay, I can switch to my sword from the halberd, using my object interaction, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to switch
Though, do
to-
remember you need to use was it a bonus action to don the shield?
Yep. Actually, Yeah, that's true. I guess we'll just stick with the halberd. And I'll just come over here and whack. That's going to be 16 to hit.
Okay.
Beautiful. Then 10 points of damage. He's marked. Then another swipe. 15. I don't think that crits, sadly.
Unfortunately, a 15. Oh, wait, no, that's a 21. Excuse me.
15 on the die.
Yeah, 15 on
21.
the die, 21 to hit. That definitely hits.
Yeah. No crit, though. Sad. So close.
Almost.
That's gonna be 12 more points of damage.
Alright. Still up.
And then bonus action tunnel fighter, I guess.
Okay. Not looking too great. It is his turn. Two. This is a weird case right here, so. Okay, so he's gonna do something here that's a little weird. Quinn, I need you to make a dex save.
Oh, a dex save. I'm not a fan of those. That's gonna be a beautiful +1 modifier. 15!
That is enough.
Ooh.
He fires a flame from his hands, like angled at you in the floor, lighting the floor on fire as he disappears into the flames.
Oh.
And at the same time, you. Okay. You take 3 fire damage.
Okay.
How much?
3.
3.
Oh, I thought you said 30.
No.
It did 60. He didn't
It
know
just
that.
explodes into flames, taking you with them.
And that's his turn.
Okay.
Might as well also mention now that we have another fire.
Okay, so just to clarify, he like disappeared through the flames. Is that correct?
Like he lit the floor on fire while also trying to hit you, and just disappeared as the fire started erupting on the ship.
Okay.
Okay.
Back to Devin.
Just so you know, you lost him from the turn order again.
I can still see him.
Oh, you can see him. Okay.
It's hidden.
Okay, I'm going to
Oh, the ship's
move
crashed.
to here. And yeah, I think probably the best thing I can do is Eldritch Blast the Thief.
Okay.
First one is a 12, which I'm pretty sure misses.
12.
Second
Yep.
shot is a dirty 20.
That hits.
That is going to be a total of 9 damage.
Still barely holding himself up.
Yeah, I think I'll pass turn.
Okay. Max.
Alright, he's gonna take out a dagger, so he's got a glowing sword in one hand and a dagger in the other.
Oh no.
This is why I did that.
Oh my god.
That is a miss.
So, is it Dex plus proficiency with this offhand, or is it just proficiency?
It's still, I'm pretty sure, the same roll as how you would normally. It's just that you don't add your proficiency to the damage.
You don't add your modifier to the damage. You're
Okay.
But you'll still get
Yeah.
your sneak attack.
15.
That is not enough.
Oh, okay.
This guy's been pretty deft and sly this whole time. Ducks and weaves, even if he's barely still standing. He didn't hear no bell. Yeah, this Sunblade's a versatile weapon.
Well, I can't
Yeah,
do
we can
anything
talk.
else.
With you and him there, he's going to disengage, and you see him get a running leap as... You can clear that. He just manages to jump from side to side.
dang.
Though, after this landing, he kind of has to get his bearing, and that's most of what he can do. But now with the... Oh. The turret here is like someone could actually attack. Is it?
Hmm?
Actually, no, wait. I know what he's going to do. He's going to continue dashing. And you can see him getting ready to just jump to the other ship.
The one that's already on fire.
The one that's already on fire. Yes. He is trying to get the heck out of Dodge.
Have fun on the burning boat, you fool.
And Ferris,
All
back
right.
to you.
So I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then I'm gonna use Gust.
Oh.
So he has to do a strength saving throw.
Oh my gosh! I just rolled a 4 in the die.
Yeah. Then he gets pushed 5 feet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was this is a strength? Okay, it's strength and not like acrobatics or anything.
No, it's just strength.
Okay, yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I figured because he's like a thief,
Mhm.
dex thief is, and strength is the bane of rogues.
Yeah. This is just from behind. You just push him that little bit more, and there he goes, falling off. And he's gone. There is still one left.
Yeah. I say we just attack the ship and get him out of hiding.
Max,
That
you have
could
some
work.
up.
Yeah. So just maybe get your scarf out and fan those flames and. And then I'm done.
Alright. Dylan.
Dalen will use a bonus action to tell the soldier to go here and swing at the flames and maybe hit something.
Okay. You can make an attack at disadvantage.
Alright, I need to find the stat block. Give me a second. Guard. It is a +3 to hit. Uh, 13.
13. It doesn't seem to connect with anything.
Okay.
Just swings through the flames. Nothing happens.
Yeah. Since Ferris said that, I will use my my, I guess, full action to load the cannon.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll just move back and that'll be my turn.
Alright. Quinn.
Alright, torching the boat. And I'm going to hold out my arm as my hand retracts, revealing a little cannon arm. And I'm going to cast... I'm going to cast Firebolt and just firebolt the deck.
Okay. You're on top of it. I don't think we really...
Yeah, I was like, do I even roll to hit or just roll for damage?
Honestly, just roll for damage.
Okay, 2d10 fire damage.
Okay, where are you aiming specifically?
I'll aim just like over here. Just trying to get a good spread of fire going.
Alright. Another.
Okay, and then I'll back up here. And that's... and then I'll switch back to my sword and bonus action shield.
Okay. That's... From the flames. Make a roll. Oh my gosh. First one. That one. Max, does a 16 hit you?
Yes.
Okay.
Genuine question, does this proc disadvantage? Because it's in range of this.
Oh.
I knew
I actually don't know.
If so, they would cancel each other out to normal attack roll.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
this
true.
is something from that's invisible, so
Sure.
two rays of fire hurl out towards Quinn, and then one towards Max. As Max, you take 7 fire damage. And you know this guy is still here in the flames here, hiding.
Okay.
Devin.
Okay. 10, 15, 25. Ooh. I cannot actually fly all the way across unless I dash. Just in case, I want to avoid hanging out in midair between turns so I don't get left behind. So I'm going to move down here to the deck for a clearer shot. And I am going to try attacking the area in the fire with Eldritch Blast.
All right. Give me those attacks, but at disadvantage.
Yeah. So the first one...
Oh.
Wow. Well, rip. And the second attack is going to be a 12. So I think that misses.
That is unfortunately a miss.
You know, I wasn't gonna do this, but if this guy is going to be this obnoxious, maybe I should. Nah, I'm gonna pass turn.
Okay. Max.
Okay. Gonna shoot the cannon at its own ship.
You just like turn it and aim it at the mast.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
$25.
That'll definitely hit.
Don't have to waste our resources.
Does he get sneak attack on this?
I mean, it's a vehicle. I don't think you would.
That's
As
fair, just-
funny as that is,
I am next to an ally.
you are.
Or the ship is next to an ally.
8.
Yeah.
Just because you're doing this at point blank. You think it's more effective. Turns.
Even more effective than double damage from siege damage?
Well, double damage plus the original.
Oh, okay.
That turns to a math in the head. 1. As you just lodge a cannonball directly into the mast. The wood just splinters. Anything else?
Nope.
Right. Ferris.
All right, you could keep up your little cute invisibility trick, but at the worst, you're maybe gonna kill one of us, and then we're just gonna kill you. So you may as well surrender. And we're gonna just sink your ship anyway. So it seems like you're dead here.
Is there really any better
Can you
option?
Surrendering. Yes, surrendering. Stop shooting at us. We don't like it. Fire hurts.
May or may not be plotting something until his turn.
Okay, you asked for it. I'm gonna just firebolt the ship.
Alright.
$25.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And 14 fire damage.
Oh my gosh. Takes it right to
Not bluffing.
35. Fires are, where, did you start yet another fire in a new spot?
Yeah, probably like right here, maybe. Or I should leave room for them, so I'll probably do it just on like the side of the ship somewhere.
It's like Like here.
Yeah. We might want to... I'm going to make our way to maybe pull in just so they can jump back on.
Okay.
Get to, like, there, I guess.
All right. Dylan.
All right, the guard continues its attack first. That is a nat 1.
How many?
I'll use my bonus action to shoot at the fire with the cannon, so that'll be another disadvantage. That is an 18.
Yep.
Okay, he takes 15 force damage and is pushed 5 feet.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh.
I'm pretty sure the 15 already KO'd him unless he healed.
It's gonna be a flaming.
You just
body
see a
of
rat
rope.
come flying out of the fire and just already like limped as he goes falling off the side of the boat.
I was like, I mean, he's invisible. You might not see him fall
No,
off
the moment he
wall.
gets out of the flames, you just see him sort of like reappear
There
and
he
go
is. Oh,
flying.
there he goes.
Yeah,
Ooh, got him.
man. There's a lot of dumb rats in Scrimshaw. I think that's the dumbest rat we fought yet.
Yeah, I mean, it would, like, you just rather just sit there invisible and try and kill us. Like, what was he trying to accomplish with that?
I don't know. I'm sure his spirit, the spirit in his head, probably wasn't very happy either. Or maybe it was happy to get a new host.
Anyway, I think I should pull over and go get you guys before you sink with that ship.
Max is like pushing the cannon closer. Do you think you can lift this over, Quinn?
Oh yeah, easy. Just picks it up.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Like,
Ferris. This is fine as the ship is burning.
I was just about. Yeah.
Oh, that was
And-
my bonus action side. If you want me to do that, I can also go and do the ship, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if we're still in initiative or not, but yeah, it'd probably be wise to pull over and...
At this point, I mean,
Yeah.
while it's on fire, it's not quite catastrophically ruined. You have maybe like a solid 30 seconds before maybe it starts falling out of the sky. The other one, on the other hand.
Yeah. Maybe we should hire a crew who just fire cannons and that's all they do.
A crew of Jenkins, perhaps?
Yeah, perhaps. I don't know if that counts as wait a minute. Well, the point is I want to I don't know if that is a simple task that a human servant could do. But maybe we try.
Max is gonna wheel the extra cannon up to the front.
And after this attack with the rats, once again, you just make your way off, away from two burning ships with a new cannon.
I feel better if we cleaned that cannon before we put it on our ship.
Yeah, it's probably leaving banana grease.
Yeah.
Hey, it works.
Just some polishing, maybe. You know.
We can do that.
Yeah. In fact, if he can't fire the cannon, I'll ritual a Jiggins to like polish it, I guess.
You definitely saw it firing at you during the little skirmish. It works. It's just quite dirty.
Roadie
Okay.
cannon.
Very.
Well, let's hope everyone's not too hurt, didn't waste too much of their their abilities. I don't know how to not metagame say that.
Meanwhile, Max has like, you know how when hair burns, it kind of curls in on itself, and he's got like a smoldering whisker.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we might want to heal you up.
I'll just rest a bit.
Okay, yeah.
You sure? I can patch you up if you need.
Okay, maybe a little bit.
I will go ahead and speak the command word for the dragon vessel to create a healing potion. And proffer that to Max.
Alright.
HP.
He looks a little bit more than 50%.
Oh dear.
Like, his fur isn't, like, singed together anymore, I guess.
Okay.
I'll be fine. I'll heal up a bit as we make our way to Celestia. As long as we don't like run into another bunch of rats, I should be fine.
Yeah. I think we need to become a little richer if we're going to hire people to be cannoneers anyway.
yeah.
Richer.
Richer.
For
They
the
don't-
crew part, we could technically implement constructs, but that
Yeah.
takes up room. We don't have any more room.
You think we could reprogram some Armada grunts?
Well, I'm pretty sure the Marlebonians use something else, but I haven't done a lot about those things.
It's just I've noticed we all have kind of spectacular abilities, and we could be more effective with those sometimes than the cannons. Not that the cannons are bad.
Dalen, I think we've got a whole starboard. Do you think you could patch that up?
Yeah, I was just about to go to that. Yeah, I will use my free AP for the day to do repairs, which is either 17 or 18 HP. I'm not sure. I'll look it up and add it.
So as the skirmish finally comes to a close and you guys spend the day sailing, Dylan, you're working on your repairs and discussing the logistics of hiring some new crew that are making your own some way. But
Consume and get your level in
Day
HP
comes to an
back and
end.
all that stuff.
yep. Rations, health, all that fun. And that's pretty. Whoever wants to roll.
Just go with Doc, I guess.
Alright.
Does it go back to Fire Ally now for the combat?
We're in exploration.
Yeah.
Dalen, you are really struggling to fix the boat.
Oh
and
no.
unfortunately, it takes twice as many supplies to repair it as you thought it would.
Okay, so I'll retroactively do one more for yesterday, and for today it's two more.
All right, but yeah, go ahead, take your movement.
So are we topped off again, Matt, or what? are we at?
We're at 98 out of 100.
He'll slowly patch you up over the next few days, I'm sure. Because he doesn't need an AP to repair the ship. Or does he? I don't remember the ruling ice.
Pretty sure he just gets one free AP on the ship in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, consume and roll again.
Okay, let me roll first. 72.
Alright, continue forward.
Right at the storm gate.
Alright.
Alright.
So you're kind of just sitting in front of it, or do you have enough to go through it?
It was the 5th tile to land on it.
Okay, so
so
you're...
you guys are sitting in front of it. So then, consume, roll, and begin your journey through the spiral once more.
39.
39.
Okay.
We're all good. And
No problems making your way in.
you make your way back into the beautiful but somewhat scary spiral. And so this time, when you look forward, well, you've heard of, you see the beautiful world of Celestia once more, I guess. You've already seen it.
A world with water as far as the eye can see. And perhaps just the single island that most of you remember from your last visit.
Are we still going through the spiral, or?
Yeah, you guys
Yes.
are in the spiral now.
Yeah.
That's what you've
Just-
spent a full day in the spiral
Yeah.
at this point, unless you want to do something while the day happens.
You just see the world of Celestia far away in the distance.
Well, should we make precautions if we're attacked by squids again?
Probably should load the cannons.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
That's probably the best idea. Do we have any backup plans if they try to refuse our entry?
I mean, they shouldn't. We've got the paperwork this time.
Yeah,
And we
I'm
have
just-
the supplies that we said we would deliver.
Maybe I'm just worrying, but yeah.
I think it should be fine.
All right. If that's everything, day pass is consume and roll.
Crow, you're next.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just docking some rations. $48.
All right.
Okay.
Smooth sailing. Consume and roll.
It's quiet so far out in the spiral.
It's your turn, Zapper.
Yeah. Oh! I don't think you want it to be my turn anymore.
Reroll that.
Reroll,
Oh,
please.
I wanted to
I wanted to see that.
I didn't. Reroll away.
If I
If he
get
gets a
another
double-
one, it's still not good.
Okay, you're good.
Oh,
You
man.
could
I
swear
had
though
this
there was
terrible feeling something was watching you.
a horrible feeling of
That's-
paranoia.
It was nothing.
Hey guys, my stone of good luck feels unusually warm right now.
Nothing was gonna happen.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Pretty safe here.
I guess this is the first day I could do it. I could maybe start working towards the rings that we suggested for crafting.
Okay, so this is the gold dump phase. How much you want to put into it? You have to put in
I'll-
at least 50.
Yeah, I'll put in 300 gold, sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Granted, this is being done as like once a day, so
Yeah, so check in on it with us again when you hit 7 days of working on it. That's when phase 2
Okay.
will begin.
rather 7 invested AP.
Yeah, 7 invested AP. You could just stop in the middle of the spiral if you want.
You could,
No.
you know.
No thanks.
Why?
All right.
After that wonderful little roll.
I guess that is consume and it's Doc's turn.
Right. Can I do not terrible on something this session?
Oh,
Yeah, I'll take
Yep.
that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So while you guys are going throughout the spiral, you come across a coming Marleybonian ship.
Right, we'll hail them.
All right, and they say we were heading back to Skull Island to find some supplies, but seems like the privateers were a bit earlier than we expected.
So it would seem.
Yes. Well, if you have any supply that you could sell right now, we could return right now. We'll even pay 3 times as much as normal, just to get a move on out here.
Don't we have a bunch of fish in the hall?
Yeah, I think you do.
Yep. We have 19 emergency rations.
How
You want to
much?
give them 9 of them?
That would only be 27 gold, wouldn't it?
Maybe. I'm
Yeah.
not good at math.
Yeah. But
Do the fish go for any extra if we have those?
I think we.
Do you
Yeah,
have
I'd
any
say
of
the
the,
fish go for 5 unless it's like a giant tuna or something. They might not necessarily have the cash to pay out for a giant tuna.
Well, we don't know which rations are fish and which aren't.
All right, then in which case I'll just assume they're all fish.
Okay.
So you get 5 gold per
emergency
want
ration, I
to
guess.
sell.
So I guess we'll give them 9 for 45 gold then.
Yeah, that seems fine to me at least.
Yeah. I'll sell 8 of my personal supply as well.
He's like, I don't need this stuff. The money sounds good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
place to dump it.
Mine's not fish, it's just normal stuff though, so
Alright, so
Just
those will be
3 each, yeah.
24.
So
Alright.
each of us gets 9 gold from what we sold.
They are very grateful to you, though, and they get back on their ship and they head back towards it. So I guess you're kind of alongside them at this point, which is a little bit of extra safety in some ways.
Would they be interested in the astral horror that we were going to use to make a waterbed out of?
Yeah, it's still down there.
You want to peddle that to them?
I'll try.
They're so you just have a tentacle of it, right?
No, we have a whole thing of it.
We have a squid, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, give me your pitch.
It would make a really good waterbed. And if you don't want to make a waterbed, you could probably make some pretty exotic food out of it.
We're gonna use it as a trophy, but I think there are many things you can do with this thing. Their stunning capabilities might be able to be utilized.
Well, we're researchers on ancient Celestian culture. I don't understand what its capabilities could really bring to our studies.
Well, it could pharmaceutical. Their stunning capability may be able to cure paralysis, or it's an exotic creature. Have you killed any of these things?
I suppose not.
I also imagine you have other researcher friends that might be interested in it if it pertains to their studies more directly than yours.
I suppose if we come into contact with the university in Marleybone, perhaps they would take it in a exchange. Very well. What's your price?
Well, how much did a big tuna went for 75, right?
It was something like that. I don't remember though.
How does 100 sound?
They kind of scratch their chins, talk a bit, and they say, very well. This creature is exotic, as you said. You seem to have spared it for the most part. It looks
full. Brain might be a little mangled, but
all right. Yeah, so they make the trade with you.
so 20 more gold.
Yep.
20 more
Each.
gold per person.
And cleared up some space on the ship.
But no waterbed now.
It's okay. They'll attack us again eventually.
Man, I can see now. Next encounter, all the squids come. We're ready to fight them, and they run past us as something bigger is chasing them.
Meanwhile, in another timeline,
Yeah, and then in a nat one on
a
100
certain
timeline.
timeline.
yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. That was roll number 4, I believe. Yep, roll number 4.
Should be Matt's turn now.
Yep.
I'm gonna put major.
Yeah,
image
exactly
on there.
50.
All right. You have made your
The
image
average.
in-
Yeah, I'm also
In
gonna
my
switch
book.
around some
All
spells.
right. And you make it through the warp gate with your found associates into the world of Celestia, and you return to the island. And what do you do now?
I guess we're gonna go deliver the package. Or the object.
All right. You
There's
kinda
only
meet-
like that one island, right?
Yep, there's just the one.
Yeah.
The guy you talked to before says, another deal with the privateers. Well, what do you have for me?
We pull out that nondescript package.
It's the letter from the Commodore.
Oh yeah.
Ah, may have left Her Majesty's Navy, but these proceedings here are funding us slightly better than they are. Very well. We have a potential method to help you through to 3rd G's Stormgate. However, we'll need you to do something for us. We will be expending our resources in this matter, and they are not cheap or easy to find.
What do you need us to do?
Yeah. Say the word.
We've finally extended our tunnel networks into an ancient Celestian structure. However, we need someone to drain it for us and then make it watertight and then drain it so that we can study these ruins safely. Judging from one of you, I believe that you are more than capable of the task.
Should be doable. It just, if everything is underwater, it's gonna take some time, probably.
Yes, our progress is slow. I'm glad that you have empathy for us.
Well, I understand that all of these things take a long time, but I guess if we help, it'll be a lot faster that way.
Very well. Then we'll allow you to go into the base camp below the surface, and we will get you the proper equipment to begin assisting our field studies.
Very well. Thank you for being generous on this offer.
Yes, you are welcome. You should be honored to be amongst our rank here.
Yes, we came in
Yeah.
here all thinking that.
I'm glad that there is some respect left in this world, and that kind of ushers you to their little chute that they have that takes them down.
Then I just kind of turn around to the rest of the group and just kind of roll my eyes.
You begin going downwards as you suddenly see the light of day begin to get darker and darker as the water gets deeper and deeper as you slowly sink down into the murky blue until you reach the bottom with a click and a bit of some twisting gear sounds, and then you see an underwater dome. You can kind of see upwards. They have some really tough stuff down here. There are tents pitched in several places, a few more permanent looking residents or outposts made out of more metal, and there's some ruins littered about here, but not too many. Most of them are just etchings or circles. There's a couple of spinning apparatus, but not very many in comparison to the sheer amount of Marleybonian tech around.
Well,
Um,
definitely to be spreading out as it was.
Do modern Celestians just not know anything about this, I guess?
No idea. Honestly, I haven't been down here ever. So
would I have any knowledge on like the Celestian lore undertakings of the Marleybonians, since Lord Lorenzo was also or not a Marleybonian scholar, but a scholar?
This is pretty recent stuff that's going on here. So you might have heard that they were planning to do it, but it's kind of like you hear weird things all the time.
Okay.
And eventually, Marleybonian approaches you and says, "I heard that you're the ones that are supposed to help us get our new branch finally working."
No, sounds like
Indeed,
word travels fast.
Yep.
We've got another shoot for mail and letters and things. It's a bit faster because it's a smaller pipeline.
So we're supposed to dry up some ruins, from what I'm told.
More or less. How well are you all with scuba gear?
Can't say I've ever used it before.
Me either.
Nope.
I've got my own.
All right. Well, we'll make sure to get that set up then and teach you how to properly use it. For the most part, it's just make sure you're attached to the line or you're in trouble. Now,
fair enough.
which of you is the engineer?
That will be me.
Oh, of course. Should have expected that, I suppose. But and this Marleybonian hands you a glue of some kind, very nice solvent. I can't remember its name.
Sovereign blue.
Sovereign glue, yeah. So you're handed some sovereign glue, and they say. So with that, you should be able to patch up small leaks or apply sheets of metal to bigger areas that need a bit more to stay in place, and then you could potentially screw into the walls, but I'd try to avoid that. We won't, because those aren't exactly watertight.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, part of this process will also involve placing some of our pumps to get the water out. After you've sealed the area off, you'll need to calibrate these and pressurize them in order to make sure that they are functioning properly. If you don't do it correctly, you might break them, or could potentially back the water up in a bad way.
Understood. Yeah. That was the biggest of my worries. I did not know what we were working with, but if you have sufficient machinery for this, then that should suffice.
Yes. So, and then it kind of shows you how to work this stuff. Max and Ferris, you probably struggle the most with it because this is probably, you know, like wearing armor, medium armor at least.
Yeah.
So it's like cumbersome, it's bulky. Max, you might only barely be able to see through that little like glass window they have in the middle of this thing. It's like those old school like scuba gears. It's like made out of metal with like this little window.
He's instinctively trying to stand on his toes to see higher, but it goes up with him every time he does. But like it, you can just barely see over the bottom.
Like you only see half of his head.
Yeah. And his arms don't quite fit all the way into the suit.
All right. Well, now that you're all situated and plugged into a proper air source, all you need to do is close this airlock and then open the other side, because he's kind of taking you like down like some of the pipeways to reach this one. And then once that happens, your journey begins.
Also, just to clarify, I don't have the scuba gear, and I just explained to them that I've got my own personal supply tank, very expensive stuff.
Do we need to short rest before we do this?
That's up to you.
Yeah. Is everyone good in terms of resources?
I am good. I don't know about Max. Max healed up from
Yeah,
the
Max
long
healed up.
rest.
Okay.
I won't gain anything from a short rest.
Okay.
I'm tip top.
Unless you have further questions for me, I will leave you to it and expect your results at, let's say, 1900.
What o'clock
I do
is
have
that?
one question.
7.
Okay.
I do have one question. What is your name?
My name is Gabe.
Nice to meet you, Gabe. I am Dalen, and he will offer a handshake.
And he takes it and he says, I didn't expect the rogue of Queen and Country to come here and assist us, but I suppose pirates always come for the right price.
Yeah, we need to travel through here, and this is the least cumbersome way. I'll try to not be cumbersome, I guess.
Yes, I would rather prefer if you don't cause a scene like you did back in the home world.
Yeah.
Very well. I suppose no luck is required for you then. Good day. And he walks
Yeah,
off.
good day.
Wow, you've got a title back home, huh?
Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing, but I'll have to tell you about it when we're not technically drowning, but not really.
That's only a potential. If things go horribly wrong.
Yeah. I wouldn't wish that on anyone, but it is a possibility, sadly.
It'll be fine. We have each other's backs out there. That's what we've always done.
Yeah. Well, I think we want to watch each other's air tubes instead, but yeah, sentiments there.
Yes. Well, if you need anything, let me know. I don't require airs, so I might be a little more versatile in this scenario.
We might need some muscle depending on how good the pumps are, but we should manage. So yeah, I guess we go through the airlock and try to
All right.
safely cross.
The first thing is when you like open the other side, like the water just comes rushing in all quick like and kind of pushes you against the back wall here. And then it's still once more. The structure in front of you looks like some kind of amphitheater with star patterns along the ceiling and a few depictions of moons and one depiction of the sun. Seems like it might be some kind of planetarium.
Wowie!
I take note of the moons.
And I should mention, while you are underwater, you won't be able to hear each other across far distances.
Define far.
You'd have to be like more than 60 feet away, probably.
Okay.
Which this room definitely is bigger than 60 feet.
Okay.
Does it have like a sundial or anything in the room, or?
Yeah, it does. It has. Doesn't seem like it has like any windows or anything, and in fact, it seems pretty well enclosed off for the most part. There's not like any giant holes in it or anything, but there is still some definite like cracks you can see through in here. And as far as the sundial in the middle is concerned, it looks similar to the spinning apparatuses you found outside. At least you assume it's some form of telling time. It's a central figure in a room with a bunch of stars and things.
Yeah, this seems to be how they told time without, having gadgets for that.
So
Yeah.
I'm guessing we don't have a map of this.
Yeah, this is gonna be theater of the mind.
Okay. I guess the only thing to do is look around for potential leaks then.
Yeah, I guess we would investigate the walls and see where the cracks are and try to mark those.
All right. So in total, you guys, well, I guess give me an investigation check. Whoever you want to take the lead, and you can give them help.
I have +7.
Max is proficient at least, so he can be the help.
Down here, I want to. I'm gonna also ritual cast the painted pet. And I'm gonna make a giant octopus.
All right. So while you guys are kind of like setting this up, Ferris is graffitiing these ancient ruins.
20.
Okay. Let me. You find 5 holes that are big enough that you think would be issues, and about 3 of them seem like they could be just glued. The other 2 you would probably need to put through some sheets of metal or something. They did give you some supplies of that kind as well. Though one of them is down low, but the other one's kind of up high.
Well, we're underwater, so we can swim.
The scuba gear is probably heavy enough that you're walking on the ground.
Yeah, it's iron boot material, basically. It's not impossible to swim with it, but it's very difficult.
Are the walls climbable?
Uh, the way it works is the walls are kind of like curved, so
Yeah, you'd be like
it'd
upside
be
down if you tried to
it'd be
climb.
hard. Maybe if you like jammed something into the wall and started like doing something that way, but
We're trying to fix it, not damage it.
Yeah, doing something like that would definitely risk more damage.
How
I take it
movable
I'm
are you?
also heavy
Yeah.
enough to be on the bottom, right?
Quinn is well. You can swim normally, can't you?
Yes.
So Quinn is not iron booted.
Despite being made of steel.
He's also got wood in him.
Clockwork.
Wood flows. So, I'm basically a witch, too.
You've even got the magic for it.
Yeah.
Quinn, could you bring those sheets up there and try to let's see, how are we gonna staple them to the wall?
Well, once my
I might be able to weld them using my new fire cannon.
Max takes out the sunblade and turns it on just to see what happens in the water.
You start making a whole lot of bubbles, and you can't really see him.
Wowie!
Disappears into a cloud of bubbles.
My bubbles.
I could get the octopus to lift the one up once it's done.
That works too, yeah. I suppose the welding option is the best we've got.
Yes, I should be able to handle it.
It's a giant octopus.
All right. Well, first things first, I guess, is to get to this one up here. You'll have to make an athletics check to carry the beam up there with you while you're swimming.
Can the octopus carry it for me?
I mean, if you want it to do the athletics check instead or help you with it, either one works.
One, I'll argue it has a swim speed and it has a +3 to strength.
Yeah, I was gonna say this thing is.
Then
This thing to me
it's
looks like it's more
probably-
than strong enough.
yeah,
Not to
like,
mention
it'll
it's
be
got
fine.
those suckers on it, so it could just climb the wall if it wanted to.
Yeah, its tentacle attack has like a grapple thing.
Yeah, this
Well,
will probably.
I guess for kicks and giggles, we could roll the athletics check just to see if he sticks to the walls or just swims up with it.
Who is he carrying?
He's carrying just a metal beam, like just a heavy metal beam.
So just like
Or were you wanting him
wraps-
to actually
Oh,
carry
just-
someone?
Yeah, just
No, I can
Yeah.
swim up.
Well,
yeah, he's
I
climbing the walls.
Oh.
So Quinn's swimming up, and eventually the octopus meets with you up there.
Like,
And
I'm like swimming up, but it's like a really slow swim up.
Be
yeah,
careful, it's really fragile. I mean, the octopus.
Good to
the
know.
I guess the octopus with all of its suckers could probably get this in a pretty good position relatively easily if it sat on top of it.
Cool. Before I head up, I'll also back. By the way, since I'll probably be too far away for you to hear me, if I give you, I'll just give you thumbs up or thumbs down.
Yeah, that
Alright.
works.
Yeah, part of the scuba training is you were taught like a few basic gestures to make.
Okay.
How high up is he?
So Quinn is probably going to be going up like, yeah, 70 feet, like just enough.
Darn.
yeah, this whole building is
Out of telepathy range.
quite large. Oh,
Yeah, you're like, maybe that's why they have issues. This big place, because that's just the ceiling height. All right. As
Okay,
for the other ones, well, I guess we'll resolve this first. So while Quinn is doing this, well, what you gonna do for the welding?
I'm gonna use my flame cannon and cast firebolt and carefully use that to heat up the metal and weld it in place.
I feel like for something like this, you'd probably have to use a leveled spell because it'd have to heat it up for much longer to make it kind of go across in a smooth manner.
Okay. I don't have a leveled spell for this, but could I just use a spell slot on top of the cantrip?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Like if you're if you could be next to me, you would hear just as like Quinn's insides are just like rumbling and puttering to maintain this flame.
If I could go up there, I would use heat metal, but I can't.
Yeah.
That might
Not
make
burning.
it worse if the octopus is sitting on it though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Alright, do I need to
so-
roll anything or?
Yeah, make an attack roll. It's mostly to see how long it'll take.
Okay. This is gonna be +5, yes. 22.
Okay, he's going wild on this thing. The octopus is making it super easy because he just flips one up, puts it down after you pass it by. So while Quinn's doing this, what are the rest of you going to do?
Yeah, I guess work on trying to fill in one of the other cracks.
Yeah. I think I'll go check out the pump, right? Because we have to drain it. I'm not gonna, of course, use it. I'm just gonna see what condition it's in.
Yeah. It's been used a few times, but it definitely looks like it's in well maintained.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we'll patch up the other holes with sovereign glue and then focus on the pump next.
All right. Well, there is one more big hole down here. You'd need to put a sheet of metal over down here. How do you intend to keep it on?
Immovable
Oh,
rod.
okay.
I was gonna say sovereign glue.
Yeah, you could do that. It would take
Yeah.
another charge out of the sovereign glue than the smaller holes would, but yeah, you could do it.
Yeah, I think we should use a big one.
Well,
Or-
since this one's down here, could we just like put the sheet up against it, hold it in place with an immovable rod, and then have Max try to hold the sun blade against it to try to weld it in place?
Yeah.
Let's do that and see if we can save some sovereign glue.
Yeah.
We want the glue.
Just use it as like a soldering iron.
Yeah.
Lightsaber repairs.
I should mention I had 6 charges in it.
Okay.
I'm sure they will appreciate us being frugal.
All right. Well, like Quinn, just make an attack roll to see how long this takes, since the immovable rod will also keep it in place pretty fine.
20.
All right.
Can I use steady aim to get advantage?
I guess.
Steady hands, Max.
25.
Yeah, like Quinn, you're kind of just going through it pretty smoothly.
Bubbles everywhere.
Ah. Wow, you're actually really good at this.
Thanks.
And
No, it's
yeah, phase 1 ends relatively quickly here. You didn't lose too much time to it. As the
Now let's
octopus
see
and
about-
Quinn return.
Let's see about that pump now, I guess.
Don't we have to still
So-
fill in the smaller cracks?
I assume
yeah,
that
I've-
you did that
Oh,
with the solvent already, or sovereign already. Why'd they do that? Yeah, but I should have mentioned there are 4 pumps here.
Okay. Okay, now we need to empty them. I guess we'll try to do that. I'm not sure how that actually works with compressed air and everything. I'm not an engineer by trade directly.
I mean,
Yeah.
presumably the pumps connect simultaneously to the inside and outside of the chamber and
Yeah,
use
they're
a wheel or something to only allow water to move through in one direction.
yeah. Most of like the bigger mechanical stuff is in the base camp. These just kind of hook up to it, but you do need to put them in good places here.
So it seems like it's going to require strength to do this.
To put them in place, probably, but to use them, it'll be something else.
Yeah, I guess we'll have Quinn then place them into like 4 corners of the room or like a little bit away from the wall, but yeah.
Well, Dalen, we'll trust you to tell us what the best places to put these are.
I imagine we want an equal spread to not cause too much disturbance, but like symmetrical, so.
Very well. I can get those set up.
Alright, yeah, between Devin Quinn and the octopus, you probably get these situated pretty much where you would want them to be. And from here, you're going to need to do a Tinker's tool check to calibrate each one of them.
Alright, I will do those.
I'll do like a Resident Evil puzzle.
Underwater puzzle games inside of his suit.
Okay, I will do a Tinker's Tools check with intellect. That's 4 plus 6, so 10. The first one is a 19.
Okay.
Do I do 4 checks or?
Yeah.
Alright, I will use my once per long rest advantage on the nat 1.
Alright. As you begin configuring it, you kind of hear. Probably don't want to leave it there.
17.
Alright. You're like, this is probably better. All right,
Another
next one.
17.
Also 17, and then the last one.
28.
Last one's the easiest. You're like, oh, I got this now.
Yeah.
I know all the things I'm not supposed to do.
All right. So now they're all calibrated, but at this point, it would seem that you need to give them kind of a manual kickstart here. You need to give it a good oomph to get the machines kind of into a rhythm. And Dalen, you're pretty sure that if you just start them up one at a time, it might cause problems.
Yeah.
So we're gonna need to coordinate this somehow. What's the so is the room roughly circular?
Yeah, it's like an oval shape.
Okay. What's the approximate diameter of the room?
So from like the longest end, this room is probably about like 500 feet across. This place is massive.
What are we trying to do here?
We have to play
jumpstart.
we have to play the mini game to press the switches at the same time.
Oh. I have a lot of practice doing this.
You just gotta make sure you look at the actual TV instead of the display.
You didn't do the water pump level yet, but yeah, I guess we can either, if there are like switches on them, then we can do it like each of us can do one, or we can...
Yeah, it's a little bit like a billows. Like you have to like push down and like manually jam the water through a couple times.
Okay.
Does
Yeah,
anyone
I guess.
have anything that could be used as like a signal that's visible throughout the whole room?
A bubble column.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Max
but
just
not
holds up the bubbling sun blade.
Or the octopus could just like move around too.
I think either one of those should work as a good signal.
Yeah, I guess then we'll use Max's sword as a signal.
So I think the best way to do this is going to be for you to like swing it a couple times, like 1, 2, 3 or something like that, and we all push the switch on 3.
Okay.
Oh, I guess each of us takes a pump then.
Well, there's 4. Well, I guess there's technically 6 of you and 4 pumps.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Well,
only 4 pumps.
Yeah, Max is swinging the sword though, so.
Yeah.
Max is in the middle, so we can all
Yeah.
see him.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
Alright, so on the 3 to 1, Max gives you the signal, and you all start pushing down on it, and group athletics check. And the octopus can go instead of Ferris if it has
Yeah,
knowledge bring.
It definitely does.
I figured you'd use the octopus.
Yeah. If strength is required, I'd rather use the octopus.
3, 2, 1.
Oh!
Mm.
You're a bad octopus.
The octopus gets like stuck to it.
Can you use
And
the
you're like-
help action since you're next
Yeah,
to it?
I figured you would be using the help action
Yeah.
on the octopus.
Alright, we'll try again. Well, I got 2 better.
Yeah, you try to get
I'm just
him
I'm just
off.
getting warmed up.
But that is enough between all of you. Majority pass. So, despite the octopus and stuff, you kind of like between the two of you like trying to unstick it. Eventually, enough times of getting stuck to it and unstuck to you're like, hey, it worked.
I don't think it knows how to operate a pump.
And before long, you kind of hear a mechanical piston going back and forth, and a small like rush of water sound.
Do we get like a
I
toilet
think-
bowl effect as the water comes down?
It'll take a while for this place to get drained fully.
If you were to look up, you would start seeing like air pockets forming on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that should do it. And we'll take a bit of time. So that's all we needed to do. I guess we can now like quickly look about the room and see if there's anything.
Gonna take first dibs.
No, just like I mean, I don't know if anyone else wants to pick up anything, but
Are there any boxes?
In this room, there's not really much in the way of boxes, because if they were like broken a long time ago.
Low quality boxes.
Not up to Max's standards.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess if someone wants to, you could roll a history or investigation check while you're kind of coming around this place.
All right, Mr. +7.
I'll do. I guess I'll do investigation now.
Help action.
Yeah.
Like someone can do that.
25.
This structure, like from what you know of like the other Celestians, namely like the sharks, they've always lived underwater. This structure, everything has like stairs and stuff and is very much designed in such a way that it looks like these were land-dwelling creatures that built this place.
Did I try having an overland encampment and then it... No, that wouldn't really make sense.
It has a solid foundation as well. But also kind of looking over those cracks, or at least thinking back on them, you think that they might have formed from pressure rather than necessarily time.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think, like, the Marylebonians probably wouldn't have had an encampment before, so this is
yeah,
probably
like,
something else.
The architecture of this place is completely different than anything the Marleybonians have ever made. Like this place honestly looks completely alien to everyone.
Yeah.
Are there any like passages leading elsewhere, or is it just a big giant amphitheater?
Seems like this area was a giant amphitheater of some kind or planetarium.
There are no like hallways or anything? Passages?
No, because what you are able to find is what you assume used to be a door that has more or less become like, well, it seems like the Marleybonians took the liberty of sealing that off first.
The suns and the moons and like all of those planetary objects, do they look like they're designed to move around the room, or are they in static positions?
Currently, they're looking like they're static.
Are there any like runes on them or anything that would suggest enchantments for movement, or, you know, reflecting the actual night sky?
It's possible.
Once the room's dry.
Perhaps.
Or just swim up to him.
I would imagine the dial in the middle would maybe move them, but I don't know if it would still work, especially underwater.
Do
You want to
try it?
try it?
I mean, we could, just don't force it too much, I guess, if it...
Yeah.
So as you kind
Yeah,
of
I get-
begin messing around with this little apparatus, and at this point, kind of like the largest part of the ceiling where most of the paintings are is like drained out. As Dalen begins to move it around, so too do the depictions.
Alright, find the date of the Fire Lord invasion.
Is this a reflection of this world's night sky, or is this a reflection of the the spiral, or like spiral bodies?
There is more than one moon shown. So you're imagining it's probably a world, presumably this one?
Okay, so like this world has multiple moons, like around it, or
Maybe. You
Okay.
haven't really been here at night to really tell.
Does anything seem broken? Like
Broken how?
any mechanisms or any devices or anything part of like a contraption? Does it seem to be broken anywhere?
Yeah.
Especially
As you've kind of gone around the area a few times here, you notice that there is a kind of like a little sub room. The door is completely off of its hinges, but inside of this room there appeared to have been machinery or an enchantment circle. You're not entirely sure if it's one or the other, maybe both. Whatever it is, the etchings on it are mostly gone, and there's missing pieces of it. There's only about one or two of these connection points that seem to be standing.
I guess the one. Well, we don't know about that. Yeah, never mind. I don't really have any other ideas to look up, unless someone else does.
yeah, I'm blanking here.
Do you kind of wait for it to drain out here, or do you go back?
I think unless it's already.
Do we have a rough estimate of how long it would take to drain?
From the speed at which it's been going, it'd probably take like an hour.
I'd be okay waiting that long.
Yeah.
Just to make sure nothing goes wrong is my idea, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, as this hour passes, this architecture becomes clearer and clearer to see. And even though it's like you know, pretty dark down here other than your own natural lights. Once the water gets below the sunblade level of max in the middle of the room, in like an elevated place, you can kind of see this place is like almost like pearl and purple colored with some blues scattered about. And everything about this architecture that hasn't been destroyed is like perfectly smooth, perfectly round. It's almost uncanny how good the craftsmanship is, as if it wasn't necessarily naturally formed.
Has erosion taken place, or is this? It hasn't.
It almost seems like the place is impervious to it.
What are the like walls and everything made of?
It seems like it's just like regular like marble or granite or something, but apparently not, because it's much tougher than that stuff.
Is the roof also marble, or is it like a glass?
There seems to be some kind of finishing coating on it that might be the magic, or well, it's definitely magic that controls the planetarium functionality. And then eventually the pumps kind of finish their work. There's little puddles in places, but the pumps are just kind of going.
Oh, better turn those off.
Yeah, probably for the better.
All right. Yeah, and you turn them off. And you cannot safely remove the scuba gear if you dare.
I will.
Yeah.
All right. With a
The
bit more.
octopus is still there too, except it's just
Octopus.
holding its breath.
The octopus looks very sad, I'm sure.
So there was like some sort of knob or dial or something that we could turn that changed the way the astronomy equipment in here was arranged?
Yeah, it's not necessarily a dial, more like as when your hand approached it, it would like rotate to face it. And as you moved your hand around it, it would also follow it. There are other things on it that but that's kind of like the main like cube of it. There's little spheres and rings attached to it, but you're not really sure what those things do.
Were there any like astronomical symbols on that slab that we gave to Captain Avery?
No, not really.
Okay.
And kind of while you're thinking this is when the airlock opens and Gabe returns. He says, "Mighty fine job you've done here."
Thank you.
Might still need to mop the place though.
Oh yeah, well, we have to do that every time. But it's significantly easier to mop the place than it is to, well, clear it out. So, I trust that... Well, I actually do have to ask, how did you get up high enough to block off some of those? We were struggling with those, honestly. That's what prevented us from draining it with our normal methods.
Well, Quinn did that, and the octopus going
To the asphyxiating octopus.
Yes, magic is always an easy shortcut. I suppose that you're just a wizard in disguise. He kind of gestures to the two of you, Quinn and Ferris. Always using your little tricks. But they're rather useful. Hopefully we can acquire some ourselves in our studies out here.
Say that with a little disdain, but it gets results.
Oh, it absolutely does. It's just the fact that it seems horribly recessive to Marleybonians. Have you ever met a Marleybonian that can do magic? Ferris, you have.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
And how many?
Well, I could probably count it on one hand, but that many.
Precisely. We have some of the largest population in the spiral, and yet little magic appears. Hopefully the ancient Celestians, who seem to be far more magical in their capabilities and combined it with strange devices and technologies, will allow us to have a breakthrough of our own in arcane study, arcane capability.
That seems quite probable considering this place, but depends.
It is rather curious how the magic of this world seemed to survive but die at the same time.
Do you know much about the people who made this originally? They weren't the natives, were they?
Define the natives.
The sharks and the other sea creatures. Well, not sea creatures, but sea dwellers, maybe.
They are far too stupid to create anything like this. This is older than their civilizations, assuming they ever had one to begin with. Fortunately for us, you pay both sides of a civil war and no one really bothers you. However, this... You note it, I'm sure that you've noticed that this magic that they use seems part of the stars now.
It did pique our curiosity.
And yet, so much of their knowledge is lost, but yet somehow this magic is taught in all places, peculiarly Pigswick.
I went there.
They're the only ones that teach this kind of magic. Curious how it survived into the least magical school of all the magical schools.
That is a conjecture that's worth investigating for sure.
From what we understand of the Celestians, they were very tall creatures with, I suppose, upside-down pear-shaped faces, but they seemed like a, well, I guess similar to Valencians, very scholarly people, but also like us, they seemed very ingenuitive. But they also seem to just disappear. The records never go past a certain point, and there's nothing saying as to any rhyme or reason.
Maybe they're
Hopefully.
just hiding.
Are you saying that the Celestians are still alive? The ancient Celestians?
Perhaps. I mean, if they were this technologically or arcane advanced like this, I think they might have had some sort of contingency. It's not become extinct.
Well, perhaps we'll find it. Hopefully, we might be able to find some answers. With,
And go ahead.
with this device that the privateers brought to us.
And modern Celestians don't know anything about what happened?
No, from what I can tell, they came after the Celestians. Perhaps they are the descendants of the Celestians that survived, but if so, dramatic changes took place. And it is at this point the door opens and a familiar crate is kind of brought in by a few burly Marleybonians. It's the one that you brought here last time.
What's in the box?
Oh, just something that will help us with our studies. As for the rest of you, he gestures to, like, probably the closest generator. If you put that on your ship, when you go through the storm gate, if you get it working properly, it should be able to bail out enough water to keep the ship from sinking. Then once it comes out the other side, continue to bail it out into the spiral for you before it can capsize and should allow you to get through to Thurgy.
Very well. Were we gonna get paid
No.
for this? I whispered to the party.
No, this was a favor.
Ah, okay. Wow. Debt cleared.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your cooperation then. We will take your advice and try to reach there safely.
Alright. I mean, you did it surprisingly quickly. You probably could still make it to the gate this day.
Yeah. We'll
I guess we'll do that then.
leave.
Yeah. Ferris, you have an uncanny feeling. Something seems very familiar. And you turn around and one of the Marleybonians takes out of the box a white, large sphere. Last time you saw it was in the hands of Professor Orfor in Pigswick Academy. It's a lunar artifact, one that Val said she was sent to retrieve when it was stolen, that she was not able to find because it was taken out of Skull Island.
As I see that, I asked, where did you get that?
I believe we got it from you.
We were sent. Avery sent us to deliver that, right? Or no,
The privateers did.
the privateers did, yeah. Do you know where they got that?
How should we know? We brought it to us. It doesn't matter. We paid for it. It's ours.
So it would seem.
And when they bring it out, this is when the room begins to take on a whole different sheen and letters begin appearing around the room and in the star map in particular, like notes.
In a language any of us recognize?
Do any of you speak Celestian?
No.
No.
Nope. I picked the wrong language.
You say that until you show up to Avalon.
This orb. Would I have known its use? What Val was going to use it for?
She was gonna give it back to the academy. In the academy, it was used to help people learn moon magic, to facilitate a full moon, crescent moon, or new moon. It was able to give off the light span of that and allow them to train their skills more consistently than they would normally be able to.
Oh, and I'm saving myself off from doing something crazy here. Yeah, well, good luck with your orb.
Yes. It is Celestian in origin. It belongs with us.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you paid for it. I don't want it or anything. It's just looked interesting.
You definitely know that you could attune to it.
It starts magically singing, and only Varys can hear it sing.
No, he's not actually. You all feel like there's something in there that could be of use. Something whispering, calling, perhaps. And these spells on the wall are very peculiar as well.
Yeah. I don't have subtle spells, so I can't even do something crazy without being caught. Ugh. Okay. I'm probably just going to keep note of that and continue heading out.
All right.
As we leave, I'll ask, by the way, do you know of any good inns or bars on the island that are useful in case we ever have to stay a night here one of these days?
There's not really much of anything for that. If there's anything we're doing, it's on the airship, and that is exclusive to our crew.
Yeah,
We just
understood.
sleep.
I'll let you get back to it.
Perhaps we can just sleep on our ship for the night. No, I'm feeling pretty tired, actually.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
hard
guess
commanding an
we're-
octopus to carry Quinn and weld plates.
Hey, I did the welding. It just held it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to commanding an octopus and letting you weld a hole in the wall. As I'm like continually staring at the orb still.
Meanwhile, the octopus is still dying.
Oh, I should probably, yeah.
Oh, it's probably dead by now. It probably died in the middle of your conversation about that orb.
It could live an hour outside of the water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does it turn into like ink if it dies, or like how's the spell work?
It's like you draw it and then it just kind of it's just destroyed, but yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, it leaves behind spilled ink.
Yeah.
Approved.
Drops.
Yeah, I guess we'll head up.
go onto the ship.
All right. What do you do? There is still time in the day. You could make it to the storm gate.
Before that, so are you guys above stealing?
Yes.
Okay, so
Well-
what's the deal with that orb?
That's the orb Val wanted. That was stolen by someone. And somehow it ended up with the privateers, and they sent it here. And I don't know, there's just something about that orb that's just calling out to me.
It seems mesmerizing to all of us, I think, but
Oh, you saw it too?
Yeah.
Seem to have some sort of promise of power or wisdom within it.
Not even like that. Like I don't want unlimited power or anything. It's just something. There's something about it. And it's just I feel
Well-
like its place is not here.
do you know what it does?
No, I don't know what it does.
Do you think they're gonna try to do something bad with it?
I'm not sure about that, Max. But I just feel like it shouldn't be here. Or it might have nefariously been acquired, but even then these guys aren't responsible for that.
If anything, we
Well-
should probably ask the privateers where they got it from.
I was thinking that too. I was just thinking we maybe try to never mind.
I do not think you want their navy on your bad side.
Yeah.
And I'll probably regale you on our way to the next place. Why?
Why you have a title?
Yeah. It was like the rogue. I thought that would fit Max a little more.
Max kind of makes a pouty face.
I think Max has more of the title of Box Master.
Yes,
Or
that's me.
entrail spiller.
No, those are accidents.
Oh.
I don't like that one.
Mm.
What about that one guy who was trying to tell him to scram off and you put an arrow through him?
Which guy?
Yeah, there's
Oh,
been a
yeah.
lot.
That's fair. When we were defending the tree a while back.
Oh, well, I still don't like entrail spiller or brain splatterer.
Or heart stopper.
Yeah,
That sounds like a band almost. Well, regardless, as tempting as the orb is,
oh
Thinking
wait, I've
that
already
best
got
to
a
do
title.
that.
I'm the admiral.
Oh yeah.
The
yeah.
admirable.
Yes, the admirable.
Right. I still outrank you as captain though. Maybe you'll be vice admiral someday.
Maybe.
well, should we head over to Thurgy?
Yes. Yes. Set sail.
Yeah.
All right. And at the end of the day, you make it to the the storm gate, which is definitely in the water. Kind of like a whirlpool.
Yeah, I guess we'll set up the pump or generator and try to do that.
Yeah, so you set up the generator. The day does end here, though. So you'll have to make the check
And consume.
and consume.
Sessions.
Who did
Whose
it
turn
last?
is it? I can't remember who did it last.
Was
Go
it
look
me?
I
through.
think it was Matt.
Okay.
Last
do it.
D100 roll was Matt. From the looks of it.
Yeah,
50! That's the second 50 this session.
Yep.
in a row.
In a
Sweet.
row? Matt, what are the odds?
1 in 1,000.
Wowie.
Oh no, 10,000 technically because.
Wowier!
Boy.
Well, no, it would be bigger than that because the first number could have been any number. It's just the odds of getting any number twice in a row.
Yeah.
You guys touch down with the water, and you begin to swirl around the ship as it gets pulled closer and closer into the water as eventually everything becomes submerged, and you may or may not wish you had the suits, and your ears begin to pop, and you don't think that you're gonna make it, and then all of a sudden the water just flows away, and you're back out in the spiral as you hear the pump going like crazy, and there's a trail of water behind you, and in front of you is the world of Thurgy. For Ferris, you might see something you don't want to see. You might be seeing the first home you ever had. For the rest of you, you're probably seeing a giant tree with a face and eyes. That's right, with eyes. Faces have eyes. Who'd have thunk?
It's the wise tree.
Well, that wasn't too bad.
For
It
you.
says you don't have to breathe.
Yeah. I thought I'd get dizzy or something, but no, it was just fine.
Yeah, I bet you got gyro stabilizers in there too.
I do, in fact. I have 3 of them.
Called it.
I'm impressed to know what it is.
I'm not the smartest guy, but I'm not stupid.
Well, those kinds of things are very complicated on a, even if
Well, I know what they are, not how they work.
I don't know.
Which, by the way, what is this story of the rogue of Marleybone?
Well, where do I start? Well, I guess I should start at the somewhat of a midway point. I was working for the Navy and working on all of the ships and patching up, making cannons, or even figuring out what windstones need to do to properly navigate the ship and stuff like that. And yeah, I was doing that out of a personal shop that's pretty much passed down through my family. And apart from myself, I didn't have anyone working on those things, but eventually I wanted to have an assistant, and as I've told Max before, I employed one of the cat people, and she was kind of albino white, not really albino, but yeah, like a white cat. She didn't have much skill in the beginning, but she worked very hard and tried to improve as much as she could, and yeah, we got along pretty well, but as all things go in the city there, cats and especially foxes are not treated as the best, and sometimes even very rudely. She was the person I also learned in quotes sign language from. And the reason why that is kind of an old story, but the fox people did not live there at the beginning. They were brought in from a different place. I think it was Avalon, if I remember correctly. Yes, basically Marleybone, when they stormed into that plane, they offered the fox people to move to Marleybone City, offering them better life and stuff, but obviously that didn't really turn out well, as you all know. But eventually something occurred that I did not expect or did not even think would be a problem, but Fiona, the assistant I hired, was basically disappeared overnight, and she left a note saying that she had to go, and I did not know what to do. I did not realize what had happened before the Navy. The next day, the Navy had come in, and they had basically stripped me of all of the privileges and everything that I had acquired over the time there. They offered some kind of proof that, or some kind of investigation that led them to her, and since I was employing her as a proxy, that meant I was collaborating with her, and yeah, eventually that caused a big scene in the city, and I opted to leave rather than live with the shame inside of the city.
I see. Well, what shame is there in helping another person out?
Well, it's not about the shame in what I did, it's about the shame that everyone else presents you with.
sorry to hear about that, Dalen.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you did nothing wrong.
I wish that was the case, but that's I cannot validate that in any case. I do not have any proof that she wasn't part of anything, and I do not believe she is, but I I cannot I cannot vouch for anything myself, especially when I'm stripped of all the honors that usually a Marlebonian comes with.
Well, it seems even if you got that, those back there, it just seems like they are just always on their high horse. They're giving you the stink eye just because we fixed those ruins with magic, and they criticize us for that, or me specifically.
They specifically do not like magic people as people of Avalon especially are pretty much infused with magical energies. They really do not like.
Yeah.
I'll cut in here and kind of say, there, from what you've seen, Dalen, they try to accept as many magical people in as they possibly can. They seem desperate for it, jealous for it.
Yeah, they really do not like that they do not have the ability to do such things, such feats themselves. They have to rely on technology, and they try to find ways of finding magical artifacts and getting people on their side, but some of their failures are, known in the wider world as well.
I'm just warning you guys too. If we're ever back there, I might not be able to control myself.
What would you do?
Steal.
Oh,
Are you thinking about the orbs still?
Yes, and it just seems like after what Dalen told us too, it's they don't deserve to have it. But we'll focus. Oh, what were you gonna say, Quinn?
I was just going to say I'm actually inclined to agree with you. They just seem to be searching for power.
And it's what Val wanted. If you're not above stealing, then I thought too. That's what I mainly thought, to do it for her.
I get you, but I'm worried about the logistics.
Well, that's why I didn't just impulsively do it.
We would have to either, well, if they're gonna keep it there, it would be very, very hard to do that.
Yeah, but that might be focused on that for another time. Perhaps on our way back. We're going there. Just to tell you all, you have full permission to kill my old man. Alright? You're not gonna hurt my feelings.
Okay, good. Because
Hmm.
I seem to have a lot of accidents.
Mm-hmm.
So, what can you tell us about him?
Oh, well, you've already heard a lot when we're in Pigswick. He's a powerful necromancer. Honestly, I don't know much about him. Well, he didn't like me very much. He, well, first he sent me there, and then I got expelled, and then he pretty much disowned me from there. So even I don't know much about him, other than he's well, uh, a few four-letter words.
It does seem pretty terrible. What about your mother? Why not live with her?
She's not around.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry to have to bring that up again for you.
No, it's okay. You didn't know. You know, it's kind of a touchy subject.
Do you think we'll need to confront him ourselves, or?
Well, I hope we do. I hope we do. And yeah, he'll probably send. What do necromancers do? They just summon dead things at you. You know, nothing we can't handle.
Agreed. I guess, do you know anything about Thurgy that we should know about before we get there?
Would I know anything about Thurgy?
There's not a lot you remember about it. You just really know this is the world where the elves come from. There's Ravenwood There's the Ravenwood School here, and their way of teaching magic is a little strange. They don't have a moon school, so that automatically makes them inferior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they have a finger quotes better school there, I guess, and that's where I'm from. I mean, like me, my race. Well, half of me. Honestly, my eyes are probably going to have first experiences there too.
Well, we'll stick with you as much as we can.
Mm. Yeah, no doubt.
And
Might want to keep out of lookout for squids. They like to attack us.
Cool. Continue onward?
Yeah.
I think it's my turn, right? No, it's Crow's turn.
Oh, it is? Quill went last time? Yeah, he did. He got the 50. 53. 3 better.
all right. Yep, continue on.
$66.
All right.
What a number.
consume and continue. Got 2 more to go. Oh, more like 1 and then you pop out the gate.
71.
Alright. Yep, all good. Last one.
46.
We got that before too.
We're just sticking right down the
Uh,
middle.
All right. And eventually you pass through the storm gate into Thurgy, and you're stopped by the elven blockade. But you show them your credentials, and they let you pass on through. And Max, oh yeah, they also give you a map.
Yay.
Let's go. They're not like frickin' Mushu.
It's like Mushu is special or something. And we will leave it off there.
Cool.
So yeah, thank y'all for watching. We'll find out what happens in Thurgy next time. Goodbye.
Oh, bye.
Bye.
Later.
See ya.
Bye bye.